Prince Harry apparently wants to return to the UK. I bet he does. The cynic in me thinks perhaps this is about selling even more books. The paperback of his memoir, Spare, comes out in a few weeks. He's apparently agreed not to update it, but they must be strapped for cash after a string of financial disasters. His American dream is well and truly over, and frankly, I'm not surprised. The Netflix deal appears to be crumbling. An America Riviera orchard, Meghan's brand has hit, shall we call it, technical problems. Did he really think that turning his back on the country that gave him his privilege and dissing his family, the royal family, would work in his favour? What planet is he on? Prince Harry has become a global embarrassment. While Spare may well have been one of the fastest-selling biographies ever, it came at a cost. In my eyes, he lost the very last shreds of credibility and dignity which had been hanging on via weak, thin straws after a series of missteps, starting with that interview with Oprah, where someone in the royal family had the allegation of racism thrust upon them. An allegation both he and Meghan did not correct until a few years later, after the late Queen had died, thereby gaslighting the world and causing untold emotional damage to the mental health of his family. He's supposed to be an advocate for that, for goodness sake. Unconscious bias, he called it, and blamed the British press for the misrepresentation. Everything he does appears to be either for money or publicity. America are sick of him. They're laughing.
Lived a life with the royal family, you've had everything handed to you, but you say your life has been hard, and now you've written all about it in your new book, Wah. Yes, that's right, friend. You see, my wife and I are totally like, you should write a book because your family like stupid and then so are like journalists.
The video wastes no time. Prince Harry's American dream is over and has become a global embarrassment. In this analysis, I'll break down each segment, expose how the narrative is built, and ask whether this is fair or just sensationalist framing. Let's get into it. To frame this properly, consider Harry's journey, stepping back from royal duties, moving to America, launching ventures, engaging in public advocacy. The title claims his American dream is over, suggesting failure, fall from grace, global embarrassment. That's a heavy claim. Before we pass judgment, let's see how the video constructs it, what evidence it uses, what it omits. The video begins by declaring the American dream is dead for Harry, painting him as having lost prestige, influence, or public favor. It likely uses visuals of US events, media criticism, and perhaps juxtaposes his earlier success versus today's criticism. Words like over, global embarrassment are strong framing devices. Next, the video lists specific incidents, perhaps public criticism, failed ventures, low engagement, legal troubles, or ill-received statements. Each is used to reinforce the thesis of downfall. Clips or headlines are replayed, emphasized, and possibly taken without fuller context to support the narrative of embarrassment. Here's where style carries weight. Visuals may include stormy backdrops, quick cuts, grim media headlines, or shots of criticism.
I never get tired of that. It's hilarious. The other month, Harry collected the Pat Tillman Award against the wishes of Pat's mother. Her brave son was killed by friendly fire after giving up his lucrative sporting career to defend his country. And the other month, Harry was given the award for his work with Invictus. He claimed he was collecting the award for the brave veterans.
I'd like to begin by expressing my deepest gratitude to everyone at the Pat Tillman Foundation, led by Marie Tillman Shenton, who I'm so honoured is here tonight. I'd also like to acknowledge the Tillman family, especially Mrs. Mary Tillman, Pat's mother. Her advocacy for Pat's legacy is deeply personal and one that I respect. The bond between a mother and son is eternal and transcends even the greatest losses.
Yeah, he's now apparently coming grovelling back cap in hand. I wonder why. It's been termed Operation Bring Harry In From the Cold. And according to the Daily Mail, he's reached out to his old mates to help facilitate. It's not clear whether Meghan will be with him if his mission succeeds, but I suspect William will have a few words to say about that one. If the Sussexes want to return, Harry needs to make a massive apology. Bring his kids to meet his father, and the same goes for Meghan. And I can't see that happening, though, can you? Some might say that he wants to genuinely build bridges and seek forgiveness after the hell that he and his wife have unleashed on their families. He's seen the error in his ways. but I'll believe that when I see it. No, I think this is a ploy to ensure the sales of his spare paperback, which is out in a matter of weeks, in the hope that people will talk about him and make him relevant again. In my view, that ship has sailed. The worldwide privacy tour is over. The question is, would you welcome him home? But first, let's talk Operation Bring Harry in from the cold, as apparently, as it's underway, that's what the Daily Mail are reporting. Prince Harry seeking advice from former aides on how he should return to the country after spending the past 4 years in a self-imposed exile in California, allegedly growing dissatisfied with advice from American-based image experts, of which I think they've had about 10. Well, joining me now is royal broadcaster Helena Shard. Helena, welcome to the programme. So Prince Harry...
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. So Prince Harry, apparently, Operation Bring Harry in from the cold. Do you feel there's any truth to this?
Music likely shifts to somber or dramatic tones. The editing rhythm may speed to increase tension. All of this guides the viewer to feel Harry has fallen, not just that he's challenged. In closing, the video reasserts, Harry's American venture has failed, his global image is tarnished, and his dreams are over. The concluding narration, visuals, and music work in unison to cement the narrative of downfall. The tone doesn't leave much room for nuance or comeback. So, did Harry's American dream truly end, and has he become a global embarrassment? The video paints a stark fall from grace, but much of that picture is built from selective examples, dramatic framing, and subjective judgments. I believe Harry faces serious challenges, but declaring total failure is premature. The story is ongoing, and perception is fluid. For you as viewer, always cross-check press statements, reports, media coverage from diverse sources. Be suspicious of videos that use absolutes like over and global embarrassment. They often oversell the spectacle. What's your take, decline or reset in progress? Share your thoughts in comments.
You know, I'm trying to find out who the trusted former aides are and who's been talking to who. I haven't got there yet, but lots of tongues are wagging Nana. I mean, you know, we heard that he was at the memorial for Lord Robert Fellows, and obviously William was there as well. And so there was lots of, you know, everyone going into overdrive. That was in Stettisham, Norfolk the other day. He wasn't going to attend, said the People, mouthpiece of his. And obviously, it hadn't have been proven by so many different people, including family, friends, I would have actually thought that maybe a lookalike had turned up, you know, and I absolutely, you know, it still does make me wonder. It was obviously a discreet entrance, etc. But now we have been led to believe that Harry's been talking to people from friends from his old life. And it's not that he wants to make a permanent move to the UK. So I believe, from what I can see, you know, from what I've heard, it's more about his reputation. You know, as we know, we've heard that somebody who is absolutely fantastic left his team at the end of last year. And that was all to do with reputation management. And as we know, he needs help. They need help.
well, he wants to have his cake and eat it, by the sounds of it. I mean, obviously, no good cake remains uneaten, but he clearly wants to have the luxury of being royal, but I don't think he wants to do the work.
Absolutely. I mean, goodness me, he needs help. We know that the royal family is his currency. I mean, even his late mother, you know, obviously he's almost usurped her memory, and he needs this. He needs this to make money, and things are not going his way. Things are not necessarily going their way. Is this about initiating a return to the royal family? Who knows? We'll wait and see. Does he want to spend more time in the UK? We've been led to believe he doesn't want to, yet he does. And we have the court case that's going ahead. And of course, he raced in to Lord Robert Fellows' memorial service. So there's lots of ambiguous behaviour. And he is going to be, you know, in New York. We call it the silly season, don't we? And we're also looking, there's lots of different stories that are coming out. But he needs to sell stuff. He's going to be in New York.
Yeah.
And it's we've got to remember the enormous amount of hurt and offence. I mean,
Exactly.
Prince William absolutely reeling, poor Princess Catherine. Spare book coming out at the most awful time, and you've got the Netflix
series.
It's absolutely this is a rehabilitation strategy.
Well, still. I mean, look, he's still. They're still doing these faux royal tours as well, which is just unspeakable. Helena Shard, thank you very much. Really good to talk to you. That's Helena Shard.